Life is often scarier than horror movies, especially when it comes to true stories of real serial killers. Some of these stories became the foundation for terrifying thrillers and horror films, and in this video, I want to tell you about a few of them. So grab a blanket, get some snacks and tea, and settle in, things are about to get creepy. First on our list is a public figure, a member of the Democratic Party, a husband, and a caring father. This model citizen, John Wayne Gacy, served only 18 months out of a 10-year sentence for sexually assaulting a minor. He was released early for good behavior. After his release, he started a construction company, rejoined politics, and even got into charity work. In his free time, Gacy performed at children's parties dressed as a clown named Pogo. But behind the mask, he was living a double life, luring young men between the ages of 15 and 25, sexually assaulting them, murdering them, and burying their bodies in the crawl space of his house. Over the course of 6 years, his victim count reached between 33 and 46. He himself couldn't remember the exact number. The press dubbed him the Killer Clown. He was finally arrested and put on trial in 1978. Around the same time, Stephen King began writing a novel about an ancient evil that takes the form of a clown, and Gacy's image served as a perfect inspiration. That clown became the infamous Pennywise. The 1990 miniseries left a lasting mark on young viewers, and the character returned to the big screen in 2017. As for Gacy, he was sentenced to death in 1981, but the execution was delayed for 14 years due to countless appeals. In 1994, the sentence was finally carried out. His last words, directed at a prison guard, were, "Kiss my ass." Next up is Andrei Chikatilo, a seemingly devoted husband, father of 2, Communist Party member, and holder of 2 university degrees. He also happened to be impotent, but that didn't stop him from carrying a knife, some Vaseline, and a rope. From 1982 to 1990, Chikatilo murdered more than 50 people, mostly boys and girls between 10 and 20 years old. He derived pleasure from torturing his victims in horrific ways. I won't go into details here because YouTube wouldn't appreciate it, but I'll leave a link if you're curious. For 8 years, Chikatilo terrorized the Soviet Union and became the most infamous serial killer in the country's history. There have been many documentaries about him, but only one major dramatized film was ever made, and it came from the West. In 1995, the movie Citizen X was released. Jeff DeMunn played Chikatilo. Stephen Ray played investigator Viktor Burakov. Donald Sutherland portrayed Colonel Fedosov, and Max von Sydow took on the role of psychiatrist Alexander Buchanovsky, the man who brought Chikatilo to tears by reading excerpts from his psychological profile of the Rostov Ripper. Chikatilo's trial began in April 1992, a year and a half after his capture. The case files filled 220 volumes. The judge began reading the verdict on October 14th and didn't finish until the next day. In the end, Chikatilo was sentenced to death and executed by firing squad on February 14th, 1994. Ed Gein is one of the most infamous killers in American history. He grew up with an alcoholic father and a fanatically religious mother who saw sin and lust everywhere. She constantly berated him and his brother and forbade them from making friends. Still, Ed idolized her. After his mother died, something snapped in Ed's mind. He began digging up the corpses of women who resembled her and made clothing and furniture from their skin. Eventually, he started killing. Luckily, he was arrested after his second murder. Otherwise, the number of victims might have been much higher. Gein inspired the character Norman Bates in Robert Bloch's Psycho series, which was later adapted by Alfred Hitchcock and became a horror classic. His disturbing relationship with his mother also influenced the Bates Motel TV series. Ed was also the real-life inspiration behind Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. In the end, the court declared Gein insane. He spent the rest of his life in a psychiatric hospital where he died of heart failure due to cancer in 1984. His gravestone was repeatedly stolen by souvenir hunters. So since 2001, his grave has remained unmarked. As you can see, real-life serial killers can be far more terrifying than their movie counterparts. I just hope YouTube doesn't ban this video for the gruesome content. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. And if I see enough interest, I'll definitely make a part 2. Until next time, stay safe.